Okay, so in this video, I want to do a quick key level analysis on this random altcoin. Okay, just so you guys get an idea of how I approach it, right? So first of all, we're gonna start with these double um equal close candles, right? Um, you best do these with horizontal lines, anyways, right? So just plop one here. Um, go to the settings uh, and select the monthly equal close, right? Okay, so now we copy that and we do two more because we have one here and one over here. Do we have any more of them? I guess we could say this is one as well, right? Perfect. This one is already taken here, so I mean, and so yeah, that's good enough. Okay, there's one more here if you want to do it like that, right? So okay, that's that. Now we do the same for weekly. I'll select all of these, add them to that, name it EQC. Close this. Okay. Now, for now, let's make this disappear. And we're gonna do the same analysis on the weekly. Okay. So just plot this, um, get it into a weekly equal close. Just copy and paste that a few times. Okay. So right here we have one, right? This one is really strong, like one, two. But you see, this one I respected here, right? But just by closes, so that's interesting as well. Um, yeah, this one as well over here. Interesting stuff, right? I bet if I zoom in, you're gonna see that on lower time frames these would have touched nicely, right? Um, which is interesting as well. So, um, yeah, just finish this up. You have to be as accurate as you can, right? Because then you get these nice bounces off them. But I mean, the perfect touches, right? That's how you get these nice risk-reward trades. And um, this one isn't one per se, but all three kind of line up. So I'm willing to take a risk on this one. Plus, this was a nice touch point here. Um, yeah, sure. Mm, some would, I wouldn't. Okay, here. And you got a nice bounce. I mean, not nice, but there was a bounce. Um, yeah, that's good enough for equal closes. Now we want to move on to, let's say, to volume profiles. Okay. Um, you take it from different points of um trend, right? So this is one trend. Now we could take one from here, right? And you see that these line up, right? So that could mean that it is a relevant zone. So we might get a nice bounce here, right? So I want to take one macro one as well, right? So just take this and plop one from here. So you have this whole area. Okay. So the first thing you see, this is the point of control for all. So all three um little periods, all cycles of their own, right? All of them, this area here had the highest volume, right? So that's why I say that this might be very important, right? Um, of this value area low, you got this nice bounce here. Here of the value area high, you got a rejection, right? So, and these points are where you can get the nice risk to reward trades because you can, if you zoom in, you can enter on rejection here, right? And just plot the stop just a fraction above that, right? And yeah, you can re-enter multiple times if it fails because the risk to reward is still massive, right? So yeah, that's your VRVPs. So VRVP volume profiles. Um, Lock those up. I want to see some VWAPs on the picture as well. That's not a VWAP. This is okay. So from here, okay, confluence with the VWAP as well. Very interesting stuff, right? So this is a really powerful level. Um, VWAPs are interesting as well, I must say. One from here, not this one, this one. Okay, about the same level, but see, I don't want to spam VWAPs on the same place, right? So if they're not, um, if they're not nicely spread, I don't want to put more than 4, right? So, uh, we go like that, just VWAP and hide it for now. Well, we could do some Fibonacci's. So, okay, game is game. So that's that. Um, okay. Yeah, I mean, I have more than usual here because I usually, the ones I look at most are the 786 and the golden pocket, but doesn't matter, right? For confluence, you can have more. So, yeah, let's do one from up here. Hmm. To be honest, no, I don't. I will just uh, you know what? Just leave it as is, and that should be enough for Fibs, right? Because they are really just tight together here. So we don't want too many zones going on. Yeah. Fib. Okay. Mm, what else am I forgetting? Oh, yeah, I know. So the naked points of control is what I'm forgetting. Right? So these bad boys, that's the weekly. No, it's the monthly. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, so we just go here, try to aim it up. Uh, and quite get it to the tick, but okay. Naked monthly point of control. Nice, perfect. Copy paste, drag it down. Drag it down, and now we switch that to weekly. And okay, well, I didn't mark this one down there because if it goes down there, well, whatever. We're gonna do the analysis then. Okay, so paste. Actually, I would like to just quickly uh, select this one. And select these three and just quickly plop them into and lock, lock. Fuck's sake. Okay, MPOC, so naked point of control. And now we can safely hide that for now so we can more easily just um, but first I want to make it weekly point of control. That's right. Copy and paste and just repeat that story a few times. Okay. Am I satisfied with that? Yes, I am. Okay. Put these into the folder as well, just like that. Now we can go back on that. Oh, jeez, no, no, no. Okay. Um, not what I wanted to do, but okay. So I'll just go here. Are we missing any key levels? Okay, for this example, I'll just use these. Now, what you need to notice, okay, go on a lower time frame, like, okay, let's say the daily. Okay, perfect. And now you look for zones. Okay, so we know that this is a real strong zone. Why? Because we have, I mean, you've seen from before, we have, from the volume profile, we have the points of control stacked here from all the ranges before that, right? That is a really strong zone. So how would I approach this? I would honestly just from here to here, I'd like to make a CFZ or a confluence zone. Okay. Now I would copy that zone, okay, and paste it on to the next area, which is here. You see it's pretty dense. You have the view up on the lower bound. You have a view up on the upper bound. Um, Also, you have fibs stacked inside, right? So it's at least like 4 levels there. There is a naked POC here and a fib. Now, does it mean much? Maybe, maybe not, right? But yeah. Um, we have a golden pocket here, but I'm not gonna I'm just gonna leave the levels like they are. Okay. Um, okay, you have value area lows over here, right? Over here with also the 786 Fibonacci. So I'll just go ahead and do that. This lower one, I'm not gonna, to be honest, I might. Okay, I'll extend it to the lowest value area low. And yeah, so now we have the CFDs ready. Um, to which I say, we just put them in the folder. So CFZ, and yeah, these are our main levels to watch, right? But now we can turn it off and have the main ones, right? So not not an exact touch here, but mm, we got a nice bounce. I mean, probably forming here, so you could um, technically put a smaller long in here. Why? Because it's bouncing off the fib and the weekly equal close. Um, right? That doesn't mean it will be a perfect trade, but you have a good risk to reward opportunity here, right? You could pop in something like this, right? Just below here, and you have yourself a nice risk to reward trade. Even if it bounces up to here, it's a 3 risk to reward, right? Which is not bad. And you can take partials here, and if it breaks this, I mean, you can prolong it however long you want, right? So, and you can, if this fails, right, and starts making like a structure here, like, okay, so what I would want to see is a divergence happening in this area on the oscillators, and then if it doesn't hold here, I would like to see, I don't know, like another bounce, retest of this, these points of control that are stacked here, and I would once again go long on the reclaim of this, right? Because that's a more confident zone then. So on the 4 hourly, I would like to see divergences happening, right? Which, I mean, if we bounce from here, right? If this is the bottom, it's gonna be almost, you could call it a divergence, right? Here you see this a divergence, right? Because this was higher and this was lower, and then you have the momentum up, right? So yeah, pretty comfortable with this zone here. But yeah, that's for another time, because this was just meant for the key levels. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the basics of the key levels I use, right? There might be some other ones like trend lines, right? I might see this diagonal trend lines from the top, right? It's like one from here maybe, so, and that would be in confluence with this bounce here, so you could see a correction here, right? And things like that, right? But yeah, sometimes I might even use parallel channels for trends, or or something like this for trend tracking, right? So something like a just a normal trend line, and see the major trend, right? If you plot it like this, just so you get as many touches as you can, boom, boom. Yeah, I would like, uh, so how do I, it's not always too clear how you should place them, right? Because, okay, here one touch, you could even go like this, right? Try to accommodate, like, and it doesn't matter if it's the bottom of the wicks or the closest, right? Um, just as long as you have as many as you can, as many touch points, right? So this, the wick here, this here, almost, yeah. Okay, I mean, this wasn't the clearest one, right? But I hope you see what I'm trying to say, right? So this larger trend, once it breaks down, you watch for the retest, and you know there's a setup there as well. But this, I might have used a bit of hindsight bias, right? Um, doesn't matter. You can draw them, however, and still. I mean, you get the main idea. Let's not drag this out too long. Okay, the long is already starting to go in profit a bit, right? So, but we need to watch the VWAP if it can break through it. Um, Again, I'm off topic now, so yeah, that's what I wanted to show you in this video.